This is focusing on the differences between force versus stress in terms of how the cartilage absorbs load. And essentially, we want to remember that stress is really the force over the area, and cartilage will respond negatively if this area is small and the force is high. So let's look at how this applies to potential patellofemoral problems by looking at a study that examined the wear patterns in approximately 50 cadavers post-mortem. And so we can see here the looking at the femur from an axial view. And so if we remember the anatomy, we know that this is the lateral side because the lateral uh, condyle or surface of the groove, the femoral groove here, is higher laterally than medially, which is going to help stabilize the patella against lateral dislocation. Same thing is true in this picture. And we can see examples of wear patterns here. We want to focus, it also focused on the tibiofemoral joint, but right now we want to focus on the patellofemoral joint. So we can see a wear pattern here where this nice shiny white articular cartilage is gone at this one spot. We can also see the same or similar wear pattern here, but the rest of the femoral groove looks pretty good. And so we can imagine that there could have been high forces here in this one particular area with less joint contact, and that would have led to a high stress and then the cartilage breakdown, at least at a theoretical level. Now here's the underside of the patella. Now these are the typical wear patterns they found in these 50 cadavers. So we can see that this is the underside of the patella, so this is the superior pole, here's the inferior pole, and we can see this wear pattern, the most common wear pattern here, then here's the most common and second most common wear pattern kind of merged together. So it kind of really occurs in the middle of the patella. Here's an example of what they identified as a wear pattern, so we can see the healthy articular cartilage here on the outside, and then it's kind of broken down in the center of the underside of the patella. And here's a medial side wear pattern and a slightly lateral side, a decreased wear pattern. So what this corresponds to is high points of stress. This is the contact point of the patella when the knee is flexed from around 45 to 90 degrees. The inferior pole is the contact point of the patella when the knee is at 0 degrees, and the superior pole here is the contact point of the patella with the knee when it's at 90 degrees or greater of knee flexion. So essentially what this is telling us is the wear patterns typically focus on breakdown of the articular cartilage under the underside of the patella when the knee is in a 45 to 90 degree angle range. So that may be the most vulnerable range for the knee joint in terms of the patellofemoral joint.